Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mass Effect. In the last session, we did a bunch of really just dicking about, to be honest. Cleared a couple strongholds, did a couple things, and then we went and rescued the Dr. Liara T'Soni, who is Matriarch Benezia's daughter, to save her from the Geth. She's now aboard our ship as well. And we also had a really fucking hard fight with the Krogan Battlemaster. And that leads me to some potentially disappointing news. I have made the decision, despite going against every fiber of my being, I really didn't want it to come to this, but I have bumped the difficulty down from Insanity to Hardcore for this game. And for this game only. When we get into 2 and 3, it will be on Insanity, and it will stay in Insanity. But here's the thing. That one fight with the Krogan took me legitimately probably more than the 3 hours of footage that I had. There's a lot of footage that I lost. I was recording over multiple days as I was trying to figure out a fix for the recording crashes, which, I mean, I guess it kind of helped me because I figured out an easy way that keeps Shadowplay from crashing all the time now, so I guess really it did more good than it did harm. But here's the thing. If every combat encounter takes me that long, especially when you like walk into a stronghold and there's just like 7 dudes that they all take 50 bullets and they all can kill you in like 2 hits, that's just not a fun experience. That's not a fun experience for a tactical shooter. A tactical shooter, which this really isn't, it's a third-person squad-based shooter. Difficulty should be more about positioning and using your abilities, right? But when my abilities do negligible damage against targets, and there are 8 of them that just bum rush me around cover, I can't, my old heart just can't take it. More so, I can't afford really to spend 3 hours on every combat encounter. Especially when we get into the later game and the combat starts getting really, really hard. So for this game, in which I consider the combat to be utterly broken beyond repair, especially with the class I was playing, I mean, if I was playing Vanguard or Soldier, it would be a different story, because I wouldn't be having as much of a problem. But with a non-weapon focused engineer, I'm having huge problems. When we get into the later games, when my powers actually become really useful and an integral part of the game instead of just something that's tacked on, we will definitely be staying on Insanity. But until then, we will have to suffer along in Hardcore. Again, I am really sorry. I don't like going back on my word like that. But in the interest of the playthrough, I felt it had to be done. And this is a decision that I took a lot of time trying to come to. Because I wasn't happy with it myself. But if I don't... because I want to be done with the Mass Effect playthrough before 4 comes out. If I keep going on Insanity, I won't be done with Mass Effect 1 until 2016. So, there's just no way. I have right here, I'm going to start doing this for Mass Effect 1. I have a list of things we're going to take care of in this session, including locations, because I don't want to spend a lot of time walking around scanning, looking for stuff. I have all the destinations for my missions already plugged in. I have like a to-do list for every session now. So we're going to be nice and organized, and we're going to get to this game efficiently as possible to prevent any cases of, well, the Krogan Battlemaster, in which I went into it incredibly underleveled and underpowered. We're going to try and avoid that following these kind of guides that I'll have written for myself. This is going to be a really short session because I don't have too much time. But we're going to talk to crewmates, and then we're going to go take care of the DLC mission, which takes place on asteroid X-57. But like I said before, we're going to talk to crewmates, because we haven't done that.
Gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make
I'm glad you're
speeches
happy
for
about
a
it,
couple
Joker.
hours.
I was having hell down there, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll rescue them
Spent the last
sometime.
7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that.
Damn good beard for 7
Brandon,
weeks.
Why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I realized we haven't actually talked to you, like, at all. And you're a really funny and interesting character, and I don't know why I've been
How's
neglecting
the
you.
Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful.
There's an
The
innuendo in that,
Normandy's
but
probably
I'm
too
not,
much ship for your
I
average
decline to
alliance
advance on
pilot commander.
it.
Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Well, tell me about
I
yourself.
like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you?
Pardon?
Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
Whoa, no need to get so
Top of my
defensive
class
about
in
it.
flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Disease? I'm sorry, dude. I
I'm sorry, Joker.
didn't mean
I
it.
didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition,
I
man.
imagine it is.
Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Tell me more
I
about.
need to know more about this
Vrolich
Rolex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what caused it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
Oh, that's
You're not going to
good.
break a bone trying to fly
good.
the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair.
Good point.
Be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable.
Come on,
Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
What about your
Why
nickname,
does
Joker?
everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Well, I guess I don't
I
ever
worked my
smile,
ass
so I don't
off
know
in
why
flight school,
I'm beating him over the head about
The world's
this.
not going to hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Too right, buddy.
I have to
Too
go.
right.
Alright, see ya.
Oh, fine. Don't be such a bitch about it. Maybe I'll take back every good thing I just said about you. Fucking asshole. Navigator. What on earth are you doing? I don't think... I don't think that's how the galaxy map works. I'm no expert. I'm not a navigator. I'm not going to step in on your territory, bud. But I'm pretty sure that's not how that thing works. I think you use this computer down here like everybody else is kind of doing, but I mean, I don't think standing up on the projector is really, or near the projector is even really good for you. You're not really even touching anything. What are you? Okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to intrude on your business. So you carry on, I guess. Oh, got more stuff. Ooh, I've got a tier 4 pistol. I'm going to take bets right now. Who says it's worse than the pistol I'm already carrying, which is a tier 2? Ooh, it is actually in some respects better. Not by much. I mean, in fact, it's such a negligible increase and an extreme decrease in other stats that it's not even worth getting. But we're getting into the territory where my Stinger isn't the best weapon in the game. So that's nice. Okay, there's a scannable thing. I wonder, how far off of a level am I? Oh, not enough to just keep scanning stuff and getting more points. Alright, Kaden, let's chat. Let's see what's on your mind.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I
Always.
always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We'll get things done. I'd rather operate independently than have the brass on our backs anyway.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the council should see this coming. And it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, that's quite the romantic way to look at it.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Hmm.
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice.
You're so fucking coy, you
Maybe I was
piece of
right
shit.
at the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informed. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
I'm pretty
Tell me
informed
about
about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental
Right.
exposure down at 0 in the room. Beats the
If you haven't
brain
picked up on it yet,
grew up with.
Bot was fucking hell. It was a pretty shit operation, in which biotics were taken out to Jump Zero, that station out past fucking Pluto, and essentially alienated from their family, to where everybody feared and resented biotics for several years. It's a pretty fucking shit program, to be honest.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out
Most.
of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer.
No, little
The other
things.
10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer.
Right.
Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. How's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades.
Until Grissom.
Termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Oh, there must have been other kids. Did you make any
There were other kids
friends?
in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out.
Oh, that's cute.
We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah.
No
We'd
comment.
sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
This is growing increasingly uncomfortable with every living second.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same, but
She died.
things never felt together.
Oh, good, okay. Whew. Well, that could have gotten worse. Unless she actually did die, in which case, I'm gonna look like a giant ass. Let's move on.
Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
Or a woman, I'm not,
I
you know.
understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Well, I don't like any of these choices. No, I do get
Of
this.
course. but I don't enjoy it with you.
Fucking
We'll
hell.
talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander.
And by time, he means exactly one priority mission.
I'd like that.
Well then, that was a thing that happened. Let's go talk to Liara, who should be having like a headache or something. You feeling alright, girl? Let's get off the uncomfortable train here with Kaidan.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Don't mention it.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
No, I know.
Don't
I
worry,
trust you.
Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
So
Tell
let's
me about
chat.
yourself,
I need to
Liara.
know you.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Well, you are boring. Well, you must
You
like
must
it.
enjoy something about it.
Gotta enjoy. Gotta have
I love
hobbies.
my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Fascinating. Oh god,
Sounds
it's
like
the
you wanna
uncomfortable
dissect me
train.
in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm
Joking.
down,
I'm joking.
Liara. I
Come
was
on,
only
let's
joking.
defuse the situation here.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I can't do that, Liara. I just recorded the whole thing.
I should go.
Sorry.
Goodbye, Shepard.
In all reality, I quite like Liara. I think she has a really good arc throughout these games, and she's probably one of the most rewarding and involved love interests in the entire trilogy. But I've already been there. I've already done that, so we're not doing that this playthrough. We'll still think of something else. And we're not doing Garrus because I've also already done Garrus's thing. So we'll figure it out. Let's see if the rec officer has
Looking for
anything for us.
supplies?
See if I could get some decent
see what you
equipment.
Bet, man.
Well, first, ow. Why do I not have this yet? Alright, pistols. Kessler is worse in every department, of course. A Striker 4, worse in every department. Armor, Scorpion armor. I'm wearing Scorpion 1, this is Scorpion 4. Oof. Oof. I'll take it. And I'll sell off all my tier 1 stuff. I've already got armor, I don't have Tallinn any armor. Being kind of careful here. Alright, that should be good. And let's go outfit our crew real quick. Because I think, Tali, I have armor for you. Yes. And I have this pistol for you, which you could take because nobody else uses pistols, really. Liara, I'm going to give you my old armor. No, I'm not. I haven't put my armor on yet, so I'm not giving you any armor yet. Trade my armor for something that looks exactly the same, and then give Liara my old armor. Actually, yes, because Hydra's worse in every department. Give her that armor, and I'll give her a stimulant pack and another pistol. Who else? Rex has got armor. Garrus has got armor. I don't ever bring Kate into combat, and Ashley's got armor. Alright, cool. We're going with some of the stuff again.
Looking for
Calls.
supplies?
Let's see.
Because I've got a couple of tier 1 stuff now. There we go. Alright, let's talk to Goddess.
Commander, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you
Why
doing?
did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
Get straight
Good
to it.
question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as...
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Really? I would think you'd be happy working
He's
with the
not
Spectre.
impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
No kidding, really?
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Most people don't. Too bad.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
No.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Can't all just be, wild killers, Garrus. That's called being a psychopath. And that's not good.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Indeed, yes.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Hell yeah, I am.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
To the core.
I could tell as soon as I met him.
Hold on. Back up.
Why
You
didn't
knew?
you tell me this sooner?
You knew him?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Fair enough, I guess.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know
Really?
Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
Interesting.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing
What did
there?
Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching.
Waiting.
A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out.
Smart.
Didn't even wait to get paid.
What was so important about this ship?
What ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That doesn't really tell me anything. What the fuck was on the ship
Cargo was
then?
the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Okay. You've been really helpful, Rex.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you.
Really?
But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Well, it's interesting you wouldn't know, like, one of the most famous Spectres in the universe by name. Well, you have to admit, he's pretty clean. He did kill everyone except for Rex, I guess. But, you know, he's a busy man. He's got a schedule to keep.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Oh, like I need more of this. You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
Really well.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard.
I still worry about an air filter.
But it's more
You
than
just can't
the
hear it,
silence.
which
This
is
ship
kind of a
feels so
problem, I
empty.
guess.
It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Well, I figure that's probably part of the,
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't
part
just
of the
about finding
idea,
resources
the
for
point.
fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
Yeah, but surely you're gonna
You do
return.
plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
You're not one of them, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Fair point.
I should go.
See you later.
Oh, we forgot to talk to Ashley. I was about to move along, but gotta talk to Ashley first. Gotta talk to this red fucking piece of shit. Alright.
Commander?
Yeah, can we chat?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Of course,
I
of
keep
course.
an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
What do you mean?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Ashley, are you a space racist? I mean, it's a bit upfront, but is that what's going on here? You space
You don't trust
racist?
the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We
You're a space
humanity
racist, aren't you?
have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Oh my god.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Well, that's a fucking cynical bitch way to look at it, you fucking space
You have a
racist.
pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist.
Oh, fuck you.
If you're fighting a bear, and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human.
Oh, fuck
It's
you.
not racism, not really.
No, it is.
Members of their
You
species
space
will always be
racist.
more
Fuck
important to them
you.
than humans are.
Come on, fuck
You
you.
sound like one of those terra firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father,
Oh, that's what they all
grandfather,
say,
great-grandmother,
you space
they all
racist.
picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Yo, I don't care. No, I don't understand at all. You have to work with our ally. No, I don't. I don't see where your concerns are coming from at all.
You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
You dirty space racist.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything
Better
else you
fucking
need,
not
Commander?
be. Oh, that's
Dismissed,
all.
Chief.
Ma'am.
Fuck you, you space racist bitch.